An SOVTE is a semi-occluded vocal tract exercise. Semi-occluded vocal tract gesture is when we've partially occluded or blocked the vocal tract, and we can do this in a number of ways. We can use the articulators to block the vocal tract. We can use external objects to block the vocal tract, so things like straws or whatever. I sometimes use my hand. There's a lot of different ways. What it basically comes down to is that we're partially blocking the exit of the mouth, right? So we are using our lips or our tongue or whatever to partially occlude the vocal tract. So what this does is it helps to regulate breath flow. It helps us to find a really easy and safe coordination. When we produce pitch, we send air out between the vocal folds. The vocal folds compress and vibrate. Now, they can sometimes overcompress. The tendency is for reaching for a high note to go like, and, right, like I'm really, really squeezing that high note out, right? So what that means is that we're building up a lot of subglottal pressure below the glottis or below where the vocal folds meet, and it's hard to regulate that when we come from a place of starting with really high subglottal pressure. So something we can do is increase the intraoral pressure, that is the pressure within the mouth, to help balance that. So the pressure above and below the folds becomes more equal. And so what we can do is use the lips, the tongue, the uvula, a bunch of different things to obstruct the vocal tract partially. So I'm going to demonstrate a couple of these. We could use the lips to do a lip trill. We could use the tongue to do a tongue trill. We can use the uvula to do a uvular trill. We can hum, so if we close the lips on an M and go this is a very lightly occluded sound. We could say the letter V. We could use the letter Z. We could use the letter or the sound TH. All of those are ways of monitoring producing a semi-occluded tone. So the other thing that we can do is the bilabial fricative. This was a really good one, where you kind of do like a whistle shape with your lips. What you can hear is the sound of the air going through my lips. And what that is a measure of is how much air is flowing. So we have to send enough air that we are vibrating the vocal folds, but also vibrating the external thing that is blocking our vocal tract. So if I do a lip trill and the lips stop moving, I know that I'm not sending enough airflow to properly coordinate the sound. So if I go, I know I've killed the sound because I'm not energizing my breath flow enough to vibrate my lips. So yeah, we can now take the SOVTE like idea, do one of those sounds and do scales. We can do arpeggios. We can sing through a melody, practice a really hard part of a song. All of these are possible options for how to employ SOVT gestures.